niggas see back here. Crack, crack, invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in B and C billion. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in B and C billion. I'm a diamond mine. I'm a coal field. Can't you see the shine? Ain't it so real? They come from far trying to find me. And I don't mind if you mind me. But only for the right fee. Cause these kind of jewels are very pricey. And everybody buys me. For the kids, for the wife. Invest in me and see millions. More cars and plus you can buy more buildings. College paid for the children. For the rest of your life, I can have you chill. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in B and C billion. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in me, see million. I can make you dollars. Invest in B and C billion.
What it do, what it do? Welcome to We in the World TV. It's your host with the most to say, Ralph the Mouth. You already know. What's going on, people? I got another one for you. I got Natural Being coming on today. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about life. Some of the stuff that he want to talk. He got some topics of his own. And we're going to do it today again, man. We in the World TV. Ralph the Mouth, man. What's going on? Leave a comment. I left the link on my page for anybody who wants to join the panel. The link is on the top. Just go to my page. You're going to see the link. It says StreamYard. Hit that. Come through. If you hear something during the conversation that you want to talk about, and I'll read your comments as much as possible. I do all that, you know what I'm saying? Ralph the Mouth, what's up? You know what I mean? How everybody doing? We're in the world. So I'm just gonna wait for Natural Being right now, and you know what I mean? We're chilling. You know how it go. This ain't your first rodeo, folks. Word up. I'm waiting for Natural Being. It's gonna be a good one. Hopefully we got other people that come through. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what it do. Let me take my joint real quick. Just show you what I mean. A little sea moss. You know what I mean? A little sea moss real quick. Real quick, folks. Real quick. This is, I have a strong stomach for this stuff. Tastes like candy after a while. After a while, it's like candy. A quick sea moss. Got Natural Being coming on. You gotta be sea mossed up, baby. Wash that down real quick. Get right. Let's go. I'll be ready now. And let me play some music while we're here. Let me see what I got for y'all, man. That was BA right there. Y'all already know. Spring Valley, what up? Fred Hat, what up? Y'all know. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me play some this much. Yo, let me play this right here. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Let me play this.
Battery 50%.
I love this one right here.
I found.
Shit's on the field.
I be on my grind, man. I'm just trying to get it. Money on my mind, so it's money over bitches. I do anything to get it, anything to get it. That's the risk you taking when you trying to make millions. I be on my grind, ain't second of a minute. So the world is mine, and everything in it. All the fly cars, all the fine women. I'm a two-time loser, now a nigga winning. Too mad, cause I swag, and I swag. That's too bad, I'm gonna get it. Money, oh. What's going on? Oh, hold on, man. I got to answer this. Hello?
I'm chilling. What's good? Yeah, I'm waiting on you right now. Nah, just come on. I sent you the link. You didn't see it in your thing? I think you could do it on the send it, put it on your search bar. Go to Safari, put it on your search bar. Okay. That was Natural Being right there, folks. He's trying to get on in. We're gonna play some
Battery
music
50%. Connected to iPhone and Ralph's MacBook Pro.
This was my shit. I'm about to bring that back. Oh no! That was that joint right there.
Play this shit. I don't write shit, nigga. It's B.A.
Shit's on the field.
I be on my grind, man. I'm just trying to get it. Money on my mind, so it's money over bitches. I do anything to get it, anything to get it. That's the risk you taking when you trying to make millions. I be on my grind, ain't second of a minute. Till the world is mine and everything in it. All the fly cars, all the fine women. I'm a two-time loser, now a nigga winning. Too mad, cause I swag, and I swag, that's too bad. I'm gon' get it, money on my mind, I'm gon' get it. If I can take you back way before back to the beginning, when I used to stay trapping and track is open for business. When I used to skip class and be stuck in the school suspension, I'm probably but I ain't finished. Clear as high definition, right? Nigga wrong bad, had to put up condition. Say he wouldn't last, he would be dead in prison. For me, I say they just hating, cause now they just non-existent. My niggas said I can make it, gotta go out and get it. And show them I'm more prolific, I shine like glow and I'm gifted. Round the words.
My dude is here. Let's get it going, folks. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to We in the World TV.
Yo, what's going on, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, man. What you represent, brother.
Natural Being, veganism, sea moss. Check me out at naturalbeing.bigcartel.com. We just got a shipment of Condor's Crispus today. Purple sea moss.
You
See
got
my
the
brother
purple.
coming over there as well.
I got some of this right here, but I need that purple.
Yeah, got that as well.
What's going on, man? Let's talk, man. You know what I mean? Today I wanted to talk about, you know what I mean, a little bit of health. And there's a post you put up. I'm about to read it to you. There's a post you put up. And I really would like to talk about that a little bit. I don't mind talking about it. Let me see if you wanna go in on that. I'm gonna bring it up right now. It's the post that you said about men being hypocritical about female rappers, like the WAP thing. You know what I'm talking about now, right? That post?
Yeah, I got you.
Let's talk about it and tell me what would you really try to get off on that post? What did you mean by that?
So since the 90s, probably since the inception of hip hop and R&B and rap and all that, there's a lot of misogyny against women. And it's hypocritical for us as men to turn around and be like, oh, look, she's singing about how wet her vagina is. Then judge her by some standards. Like, where are those standards actually coming from that you're judging her with? That's coming from religion, right? But then you'll totally ignore a song that's calling her bitch, that's degrading her. So it's like a double standard. So you're talking with both sides of your mouth. It's a contradiction.
Because I'm gonna be honest. When I read the post, it was kind of like I kind of do that. Like the WAP song, when I heard it, I was against it, kind of, because I think it was crazy. I think it just should be in a certain spot and a certain, you know what I mean, like porn area, whatever. That was my thing. But when I seen your post, I'm like, wow, that is, because you hear rap songs.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
The dudes do be going in too. They, you know what I mean? Like you got a song that just came out with the Throw Babies.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean by that, right?
Yeah. So I think we got to look at it from that angle as well. So if they try to sing about something like that and they're describing themselves, you see it as degraded, but they don't, but
Mhm.
in my opinion, them singing about how wet their vagina is like far less worse than the way men are degrading them in hip hop and rap and stuff like that. How you feel about that?
Nah, that's true. If you look at because there's more men in the game one, and they kind of set the trend. They set the trend for women to men did set the trend for women to rap the way they rap now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have women, they rap the same way as a guy. Shoot, some women are just as gangsters. They just as gangster on the rap lyrics as the guys.
Bad service.
We got bad service.
I'm hearing you, but you're a little choppy.
I don't know why. Everything is steady.
Yeah, it's on my end. It's on my end.
Okay.
I'm hearing you a little better now.
Men did set the trend for female to rap a certain way, so we can't go against that.
Yeah, it's just hip hop in general. I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy some songs that are out there, and I don't enjoy certain people's music, but the reality of it is that it's toxic, and you can't really prevent children from listening to it. You can't really fully stop them from listening to it. Like they're gonna get it. Like there's parents who are gonna complain about it, but then they turn around and buy their children video games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. Way worse stuff than that.
So it's basically all about the teachings and letting. If you want to go like that, it's like say the games. It's basically the teachings and making sure you make sure that child knows the separation, or you try to keep it away. Because I got a kid that loves those shooting games and all that, and you have to kind of like you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it is true. It is true. You have it's a double-edged sword, kind of.
Well, with the shooting games, there's like a disconnect because you could play Call of Duty. It doesn't mean you're gonna act that out in real life or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But with the lyrics, like they're actually gonna program the way you think. Like the music is embedded in the culture, so it's gonna influence the way people think. How do you know people? How do you think people just like speak what they call ebonics? That even from that's influenced heavily by the music as well. So why wouldn't it be having an effect on your thoughts?
Mm.
See that?
Let me switch it. Let me switch it to health. What's going on? What's going on with the health? Like, what do you see when it comes to like health? When it comes to like going on around us with the health issues and all that?
Are you talking about like the coronavirus? Is that what you're talking about?
Coronavirus, the way people eat. You know what I'm saying? Just this disease, the way disease is going on crazy. The food, just all in general. Let's, you know what I mean? I wanted to chop it up with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that post I wanted to go on, but my real general thing was to talk about about health, about our health, and would recommend. You could recommend. Let's recommend to people. To people whoever's watching that might, might go check something out, or you might tell them something that's good for them during this convo. You feel me?
Yeah. So when it comes to coronavirus, just having other things wrong, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all those things can make it worse. I know some people are gonna say it's fake. Some people might say it comes from 5G. I don't really believe in all that. I don't really follow it. There's a lot of conspiracy theories associated with it, but I don't really want to go down that route right now. So I'm gonna stick to it from like a health perspective. It wouldn't hurt you to try to be in a healthy cholesterol range, healthy blood pressure range, healthy weight range. All those things affect like coronavirus outcomes, like sometimes how serious it'll be, how fast you'll get over it, how your immune system responds to it, the whole 9 yards. So that's pretty important beside the social distancing and the masks and things of that nature.
Yeah, because I exercise and I basically try my best to keep my body as like strong as possible. That's the best. That's basically what I be doing. I'll be just
Exercise is great. Exercise is great, and the emphasis is on a whole foods vegan diet as well. Beans, greens,
What kind of
nuts,
beans?
seeds.
What kind of beans?
Well, if you're on Dr. Sebi's list, that's restricted to chickpeas. But if not, and you're just like regular whole foods, any kind of beans, pretty much. The only thing I would say to keep an eye out for is when you eat like other fruits and other leafy greens that could be high oxalate, because those could cause kidney stones over some time.
High oxalate. What's that?
High oxalate, like oxalic acid, it causes a buildup in your kidney over time. Even though drinking good amounts of water will prevent it. One of your biggest worries you have when it comes to high oxalate foods is probably like spinach, star fruit. Those are up there. But for the most part, with like the rest of them, if you're drinking adequate amounts of water, you should be fine. But at the same time, just be mindful of the oxalates, because kidney stones, they're like super painful, like probably worse than pregnancy.
How much sea moss? How much sea moss do you take per day? Like how do you take your sea moss?
So lately, since I got the new purple sea moss gel, I've been going crazy on that. Like maybe like anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons daily. I put it in a smoothie. Like the mixed berry smoothie is my favorite one. You get the frozen berry bags. I get them from Whole Foods. And they have like a mixed frozen berry.
Yeah.
You can put like, I use soy milk. I know a lot of people probably are not gonna be with that type of thing in the vegan community. Put the sea moss in, blend it up. It's great.
You said soy milk. You said soy milk.
Yeah, I personally use soy milk.
I thought we're not allowed to touch that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of myths and rumors when it comes to certain foods like soy. But when I looked into it on my own, a lot of those things aren't true.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect. You know what I mean? I'm perfect on the because I only been at it for about 2 years. I go to you sometimes. You see, I'll be in your inbox sometimes, and I'm like, yo, can I do this? Can I do that? So I'm still learning. The B12 spray, I got it in there. I take that. That's because you told me about that. So there's things I'm learning. And sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. I've been cheating and ate white rice. You know what I mean? I eat white rice, and they say don't touch it. So I'm not perfect.
Well, what I can tell you, if you're gonna slip up and eat wild rice, you should cook it the same way you would cook pasta, or like a 10-to-1 ratio. So you would use 10 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. And the reason you're doing this is because the rice has so much arsenic in it. Then you strain the boiled water off afterwards. So you would rinse it first before you cook it. Then you would cook it like pasta. Even though I don't recommend white rice, if you're gonna slip up, at least take that route, because the arsenic over time isn't good for you.
Yeah, I trust me, man. But I just, what I mean? I just know that it ain't easy, man. It was hard for me it was hard, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me about 3 years just to get off meat. Like from the time I said I was gonna quit to finally quit, it took me about 3 years, bro. Like it was hard.
Yeah.
It was harder than to quit cigarettes.
Even now, what I would tell people to do before they quit meat, I would tell them to quit sugar, because that's a big problem. I think the sugar probably influences it a lot. Sugar is probably just as addicting as cocaine.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So if you're conflicting with both of them, you're trying to get off meat and sugar at the same time, that's going to be a big problem for you. So you should probably try to get sugar out the picture and make your transition much easier. Because when you eat the meat, what you're getting from it that you want so much is actually the fat. That's the real part of what you're craving. Pretty much like fat and flavoring. But you could get the same thing from like air fried mushrooms. You get the same type of effect from that.
There's a guy that put up, speaking of air fryer, there's a guy that put up a video on TikTok, I think it is, and he says using the air fryer, but he was saying meat, but then somebody hit me up yesterday on my inbox. They're like, oh, you said air fryers was good, and they're not. I'm like, yeah, but they're talking about meat. I don't think, because when I've seen vegan, they talk about you can use, they air fry their food. I'm seeing vegans on a regular basis say they air fry their food.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with air frying your food. It's just hot air in a closed space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like pretty much a fan moving the hot air to cook the food and make it crispy.
Mm. Yeah, because that's what I use. I use the air fryer. I don't use the microwave anymore. I haven't used the microwave in like 2 years.
Yeah, the air fryer is a good alternative to the microwave as well.
Yeah, I don't use the microwave. I don't do that.
Yeah, so I don't know who said that, but it's not true with the air fryer thing. Or at least I haven't come across any information saying that air fryers were harmful. Because I remember when people first started talking about them in the Dr. Sebi group.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Make sure to look into it just to make sure.
Yeah, I remember that clear as day because that was one of the reasons why I got one because they were talking about it in the groups and you know what I'm saying, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And so, how long you been a vegan?
Now I've been a vegan for 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long journey, but I didn't really feel like I had difficulties the way a lot of people had like the difficulties with it because my mind was already made up, like it was already there. So it wasn't really like a big struggle to give up anything. And that's probably because I gave up one thing at a time before I got to being vegan.
What did you give up before meat?
Well, before everything, I gave up red meat.
Okay.
Then I gave up fried food. Then I gave up chicken. Then I gave up fish. Then the last thing I gave up was the milk.
Milk was your last thing?
Yeah, milk was the last thing that I gave up. And it wasn't really a big problem because there's recipes to make homemade milk, or there's the plant milks in the store that you could buy. So
don't you got a recipe?
Huh?
You still sell that recipe? You still got a recipe book, right? A cookbook.
Yeah, I got 2 of the cookbooks.
All right, let everybody know about your cookbook real quick while we're here.
Yeah, so the first one that I have out is the Soul Food 20 Electric Soul Food Recipes. That's pretty much based on Dr. Sebi's list. You find things like almost like a beef patty, but I made it with like quinoa and mushrooms.
Okay.
And for the outside patty, like the dough, is made with spelt flour. So it's a better alternative because if you eat like regular flour, it'll affect your bloodstream just like you drank a can of soda or something like that, and it spikes your blood sugar up. So like white flour is not good for you. So if you're going out and eating those patties from like the vegan spots, it's probably not the best thing for you.
Oh wow, where can they find the book at?
So the book is on my website. That's going to be naturalbeing.bigcartel.com. Then the other one is based on sea moss recipes. So I have things like smoothies, even like a cheese recipe. You know, things that you would make things with sea moss with. But there's a lot more, and I'm sure you can work with the purple one as well.
How many recipes you got in the books?
So each book consists of 20 recipes.
Okay.
But working with the new Condrus Crispa sea moss, it's a little bit more challenging because the texture is more leafy than branchy like the other one. The other one is like branchy and gelatinous. This one is like almost like purple kale a little bit and dried.
Where's it from?
So this sea moss, the purples, the Condrus Crispas, I get that from over here, either in the US or Canada.
Oh,
Mhm.
I didn't even know Canada. How did Canada got sea moss?
Yeah, so it's a different kind. It's the same kind that grows in Ireland. It's Chondrus crispus. So that kind of blankets Canada. Like I think it's called Prince Edward's Island. Over there, they get a lot of sea moss over there on the shores in certain season. Then over here, maybe like Maine or something like that.
So sea moss is not like a tropical thing.
No, it's not specifically tropical.
Okay.
Most of it is tropical, but a lot of seaweed grows. You could even find seaweed growing up the coast over here in New York. Like you'll find bladderwrack, but of course you wouldn't want to eat that because the waters are very polluted over here.
Mm. And they don't move. The
What
water
do you mean?
it sits still kind of too. Where the sit still water is bad, they say, in certain spots like New York and all that.
Yeah, the Hudson River is very polluted out here. You could even find like bladderwrack growing along the shores
real?
of the Hudson River in the summer. Yeah.
Wow. So that's basically what sea moss and bladderwrack is. Sea moss. I mean, seaweed.
So bladderwrack, I think that's a brown seaweed. I could be wrong, but like the sea moss species that we call sea moss is in a branch of species of red algae, and there's thousands and thousands of different types of sea moss. Each of them have a different type of gel. There's Kappa, Lambda, and I forgot the last one's name. But each of the gels, they have a different property. Some of them are more malleable, and some of them are like really thick, like they hold well. So it depends. It's not strictly a tropical thing.
All
So
of them
grow
have
over
the
here in New
92
York.
minerals?
Huh?
All of them have the 92 minerals?
So the 92 minerals thing, I haven't encountered anything that says sea moss has 92 minerals.
Okay.
I've seen certain information that might allude to it having like around 60 something minerals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say yeah, it has 92 minerals. I know a lot of people lie about it, or sometimes they don't know about it. You know, so
Yeah, because
60-ish.
there was a
Maybe.
big I know you've seen it, but there was a big sea, it's like a sea moss wave out of nowhere. It was just everybody had sea moss. You notice that too?
Yeah, I've noticed that. I noticed a lot of people started selling sea moss, and personally, I don't have a problem with it. Like,
No, of course
there's
not.
enough money for everybody.
Yeah. I don't have a problem. It's just that I just seen the wave. It's kind of like the reason why I'm saying is like, dang, I should have been, because I know about sea moss long time ago, like probably over eight, almost 10 years, I could say, that I knew about sea moss, and I just started taking it, you know what I'm saying, and about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I took it a long time ago, but it was so nasty to me that I wasn't serious at all. I was just reading on it.
Yeah, you took the gel, or you took it in a drink?
I went to I got it out of a Chinese store, and it was still I didn't even blend it up or nothing. It came in like a Ziploc bag with the Chinese writing on it. It was me and my boy. My boy told me about Dr. Sebi. He's like, yo, this is doctor, man. Da, 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 da. So I started, and Dr. Sebi said, when Dr. Sebi said, when they brought us, when Dr. Sebi said, when they brought us across the with the boat, that they bring our food with us. So when he said that hit me. Yo, let me hit you right back. I'm doing a show real quick. All right. So then when he said that hit me. So I started watching him, and he went to the Chinese store and he bought the sea moss because Dr. You know what I mean? He bought it, and I tried it. I remember it was all like rocky, and it tasted like the ocean. It was just a bad first time.
Yeah, you just blended it up just like that. You didn't soak it.
We didn't even blend it. We ate it like that. It was still leafy. And we just took it. We thought that was a wave, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It's a horrible experience.
Yeah, as it should be. You got to soak it first, because once it's dried, it's gonna be tough to chew. I could imagine what you went through.
It was just bad. And it was like, and we just didn't know. And then as I started getting to know it, when I started seeing people blend it, I started seeing people put flavor in it. I'm like, look at this, man. You know what I mean? So and I learned. So now, like, I just took it before the show. I took 2 spoonfuls because I'm about to do the show with you. I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm about to be a natural being. Let me get my sea moss in me real quick. I know he's sea mossed out. Let me be sea moss right with him. Let me get 2 more in me. So I took it. But now I can just take it. I don't need nothing. I can just go. I just gulp it down. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nothing.
The gel by itself?
The gel by itself, man, right here. I drink it. I take it by itself. Boom. And I just go down, man. It goes right down. I sell it myself, but I only have like 5 people getting it from me. You know how it goes, man. People can see that I have it and they're not gonna get it. But I have it myself, to be honest. I just got it for people who want it. Whoever wanted that, the little 5 that want it, here, I send it to them. That's it. That's the best that I can do right now. I don't go crazy on it trying to sell it or nothing.
Right. Yeah, if you keep going at the rate that you're going, like, I think you're gonna have a good quality of life. Because
Thank you, sir.
yeah, you're eating seaweed. Most of your diets are probably all of your diet is plants. You work out. Those are all great things.
Yeah, I haven't eaten meat in 2 years. I don't want nothing to do with it. I got teased. I went to New York and got teased by my friends, bro. Like my friends that I grew up with, making fun of me how I eat celery, and they were just. I got people that call me skinny. Oh my God, look what you lost so much weight. You're so skinny. And the first question I would say was like, when was I fat? When was I big? To say, I was never big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I was never big. I'm the same weight, to be honest, as I was in high school. In high school, I weighed 140 pounds. I weigh 147 now. I'm 5'11", 147.
Yeah, I mean, what that boils down to is how many calories you're eating, how much activity you're doing, and all that. All that depends. But that's probably like your natural weight if you had that since high school. So
Yeah, it's my natural weight.
they just dragging it. A lot of people just become like health experts once they hear that you went vegan and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard everything. It's not good for you. You're supposed to eat meat. Blah blah blah. I heard a lot. But sometimes I look at the people that's telling me, and I look at them, no disrespect, in a health way, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as they talk to me, I look at them. It makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of look at them like, whoa, like, you shouldn't be worried about my health, I don't think. You know what I mean? Like, you should not be a health coach. I mean, it's like, if you were to say it, I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I think about it like, natural being says, you shouldn't eat like this, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that. Then I'll look at you like, I might listen, but some people that be telling me, I be looking at them like, I'm not taking no help tips from you. I'm not taking a drop of health tips from you. No way. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. No disrespect. Take it how you want to take it. But that's what my mind is telling me right now. Is not to take no health tips from me.
I honestly don't think people like that they're not genuinely concerned about you. Like,
hell no.
It just seems like they have something to say because you made like a positive change or something.
Man, fuck that. I don't listen to none of that shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I be laughing at people that tell me shit. Until I start seeing, I don't got no knee pain, no back pain. I'm up there in age, man. I'm up there, bro. I ain't got no back pain, no knee pain. I'm still running. I'm doing the same workout that I was doing when I first started working out. I can still do my pull-ups. I can still do my everything. Everything is working. And I'm watching my peers. They can't do it. I'm not saying none of them can do it. I'm not saying none of them can do it. I'm not saying I'm the only one. But I'm seeing y'all. Y'all that's watching this, y'all seeing this, man. I don't go through that.
Yeah, honestly, people, they're gonna say I'll never give up my meat. You don't see them working out and stuff. They don't realize that you're gonna be so over time.
I got somebody that wants to come on with us. Hold on, I'm about to send a link to him.
All right.
They must have heard us talking. Yeah, so I don't trust me. I don't listen. I don't listen, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't listen. I listen to what I'm gonna listen to people that I feel like if I'm gonna be a vegan, I gotta listen to vegans. You know what I'm saying? I gotta listen to vegans. I gotta listen to somebody like you who's been in it for 10 years. Even though you're younger than me, it doesn't matter. But in that experience right there, you got it. You're older than me. You know what I'm saying? The vegan experience, you're older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna listen to that because I'm not gonna eat meat for the rest of my life. It's over. There's no way I'm going back. I don't see no reason to go back. I know too much to go back, natural being. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. And another thing I wanted to take notice on as well with you is that the open-mindedness is very good. Some people will look at me and be like, well, I'm older than you. We've been doing this for so long. Or like even my own people, they'll tell me, oh, we've been doing this since back home in the Caribbean. We're not going to change this now. It's not going to do nothing. Look, we've been eating this all these years and never, like, they don't understand why those things are fallacies to say that they're unwilling to change and, they just meet bad outcomes.
That's what, listen. As you say that, this came to my head. I remember one time I was talking to somebody about smoking cigarettes and eating pork. I was talking to the person and they told me what they said to me. They said their grandmother has been eating pork. They told me their grandmother has been eating pork and smoking cigarettes, and I think they said she was 80 something. I don't remember the exact number. Who cares? But they said she was 80 something, and all she is on an oxygen chain. She said, yeah, she's been on an oxygen. I said, yo, she's been on oxygen for 10 years? I said, that's not living. I said, that's not living. That's not living. I'm like, that's not living, man. You've been on an oxygen tank, and you, to breathe. That's not living, man. Like,
yeah. So when they say that, it's like they look at how long the person lived. Like, yeah, you could have somebody live to 90 who smokes cigarettes, but that doesn't mean cigarettes are good for you.
good
That
for
doesn't
you.
mean when he got cancer when he was 90 that was a good thing. Yeah, he lived to 90, but the quality of his life was horrible.
It was horrible. You know what I mean? For the past 10, 15, 20 years, they were on an oxygen tank, all kind of medications, and that's not living anymore. That's suffering, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know too many people who have these diseases and so on who's like cheering it up, like, yeah, I did 20 years with cancer or this disease and that disease. And it was just, no. It's a lot of suffering. That's why when they do pass, one of the first things they say is they don't have to suffer anymore. They didn't have to suffer while they was living if you did the right things. No disrespect.
There you go.
No disrespect, but this is the truth of the matter.
That's absolutely correct.
So, T-Dot, let everybody know who you is. Introduce yourself to Natural Being. What up, baby?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Natural Being, man? What's good? What's good out the mouth? My name's Tom B. You know what I'm saying? Just here, always here to support the show. Love to conversate with you guys. You know what I mean? Z, got another good one on deck.
Oh yeah. You know how. Listen. You know how I pick them, man. I'm picking conscious, open-minded brothers. Something we could talk about. You know what I mean? Somebody that when we talk, you could take from the show, man, and be like, you know what? I like what they did. You know what I mean? That's what I want, man. I ain't got time for certain, all that negativity and.
Yo, Z, is this the glass jar you left in New York in the fridge in my crib?
Which one? What you got?
I think this is the same. What's the name?
You said Seamoss?
Yeah.
You got Seymour. I left a few jars at your crib.
Is that from this brother?
No, I didn't get that. That's the one that I made.
Oh, okay.
But he got Seamoss. He got the purple. He got the purple.
Yeah. I gotta try that, man.
You gotta get the purple.
Gonna come by.
I'm going in too. As soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna jump on his website and throw the order in, man.
Yeah.
But what you got to talk, man? What you want to talk about, man? Talk to us, man. You got something?
I just wanted to talk about, like, cause Z, you out in Florida. My mom is out there too. My mom watch your show, so I gotta be careful, man.
Oh yeah.
Over here.
We were dropping them jewels, so I know your mom's like, okay.
Yeah.
She know where I came from.
Right? Dead ass. No, but there's so much herbs now that's going around with all this herb thing. The herb culture really taking, really hitting the industry now, and people are really awakening and they jumping into the teas and brewing different herbs and stuff. And I want to know if you know anything about the moringa and the shoot, there's another one. I forgot the name. I'm gonna get the name. But I hear a lot of health benefits of moringa. The sour sap leaves. What else we got here? And a lot of like the dandelion, and because we're losing a lot of those stuff too. Like I used to hear so much. Like when Dr. Sebi was out, it was like, yo, when you make a salad, make sure all them things is in there. Your dandelion, your watercress, your arugula, your romaine, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
about that natural being about the dandelion, because I didn't know dandelion was good. That's a fact. And moringa, I had a moringa tree once. I planted it because I planted it because of Dr. Sebi. So what you think? What is that? What's the what you think about those plants? What is that? What's up with them?
So with dandelion, that grows wild out here. That's really nutritious. It's proven anti-cancer in a couple of studies. As far as the moringa, he didn't recommend moringa.
Okay.
But if you go to YouTube, you'll find like certain documentaries of people taking moringa and maybe like Sri Lanka and places like that where there's like a shortage of food, and they use it to build those children back up and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I've seen it do that. I'm not too sure. Like I've seen some of the nutrition profile for moringa, and I think it might be exaggerated.
Gotcha. Because doesn't it bear like a fruit, and maybe like I don't know if people deal with the leaf portion, like the herbal portion, and I think the fruit.
I know people eat the leaf and the seed. I've seen people with the seeds who consume the seeds and the leaves. I'm not too sure about the fruit portion of it.
Yo, I'm growing blue vervain. What's up with that?
Blue vervain. So with that one, I've heard Sebi speak on it, but from what I've seen with it, I would definitely tell you to moderate the use with that. Okay. If I remember correctly, it can affect your liver like adversely. So probably a moderation with the blue vervain.
Yeah, because I don't take it all the time. Like when I went to Miami, right? I went to Miami, and I know people don't want to hear this, but I don't wear a mask. I don't wear a mask. Especially when I'm out like out in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like outside, I'm not wearing a mask. As soon as I step into a building, I put on a mask. So I went to Miami, I didn't wear a mask, I was all over the place. But when I came home, I made me some blue vervain tea. I drank it with the other herb I got out there, and I drank it, and then that's how I did that. You know what I'm saying? But I know you're not supposed to OD on it, or you can get sick.
The main thing too is like if you're gonna use something, you want to kind of analyze what kind of benefit you think you're gonna get from it, and could you get that benefit somewhere else?
Okay.
And could you get that benefit more consistently from somewhere else?
Okay.
So, like for instance, with the moringa, with all the nutrients they say it has, instead of just looking for like a one-shot cure like moringa, you could probably eat some beans, leafy greens. That's something you could do every day that you'll have more of, and you could do it more consistently.
Oh, you hear that?
I kind of got caught off. I got caught off when I was listening. When I saw you was live, I kind of got cut off, and you were saying that you do consume some type of soy.
Soy milk.
Yeah, I consume soy milk, tofu, edamame beans. I don't really like tempeh too much, but yeah.
Tempeh, what's that?
It's like a less processed version of the soy.
Okay.
Now, do you tell other people? Because I know Dr. Sebi was definitely against the tofu and the soy, how it would cause like indigestion and like acidic issues in the stomach and cyanide and all this crazy stuff. Like, what made you feel like you was okay to take the soy? Like, like what made you feel like it's okay with you? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know till I got to the age I am now, but I've been suffering some type of like acid reflux, indigestion. Even when I was on my veganism journey, because I tend to bounce back and forth. But it seemed like when I would do like extraneous work, no matter what I ate, it would cause like that type of issue. So I mean, it might be a hereditary type because like a lot of people in my family got that issue as well.
Like when you burp up acid.
Huh?
Like when you burp, you would burp up acid.
When I burp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would you
feel
burp
when
up
I
acid?
burp, it's something to do with like some acidic. It's not like, oh, I'm burping because I had some gas. You can tell it's like, yo, it's from like either I'm jumping around, doing too much, you know what I'm saying? And then you feel that coming up, like slowly creeping.
So I used to get
I
that
kind of
too,
stopped
like, years ago.
because I thought it was the soy. So I kind of stopped like any type of soy. Like I thought I was allergic because I'm like, yo, this is kind of like, because there'd be a point when it creeps up so quick, it can kind of like stun you. You're like, oh shit, I can't control this. Like, or when it's just like slow, you're like, all right, I contain this. And I was really scared of the soy so I started like boiling nuts and heating them up, trying to get the milk out of it, and oatmeals and stuff, trying to get the milky part of it and strain it. Because I was just like, I can't even deal. Even the egg, like I started staying away because I was still eating egg at the time, like every once in a while. So I cut that shit out completely, and I started losing, but every once in a while that shit would still pop up. Actually, it would pop up still often, and to this day, man, I'm probably gonna get an endoscopy to see what the fuck is going on down there and shit. But
Natural Being, what you think of that? Because I used to get that too.
I used to get it too, but it went away. So it's funny, like sometimes like I would do push-ups, and even if I didn't eat nothing, like it would come up depending on if I held my breath in a weird way, if I position myself, or even pull-ups, weightlifting. Then I wanted to ask you, do you eat like spicy foods or vinegar?
You know what? I've been staying away from spicy food. I don't really eat spicy food like that. I don't like.
Well, we Haitians, so we kind of grew up.
We do eat very like, blended frito, like a parsley, cilantro blend. You know, as we make our
seasoning.
Seasoning and stuff. But,
I know about that.
You know what I mean.
You could get it examined too. You could get it examined, but as far as when that happened to me, it usually popped up if I worked out and held my breath in a weird way, or if I drank and ate at the same time, which it always pops up when I do that.
You see, it's funny you said that because I remember Sebi used to say like, "Yo, eat, just don't drink yet, yo. Just eat the food and just wait like an hour and drink a little bit." You know what I'm saying?
And
you should definitely
say don't drink cold. He used to say don't drink cold, drink warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do have problems with it, you should definitely see like your physician about it. That way, you don't have to be guessing of what's really going on. Like you could find out if it's some underlying issue or something like that.
Exactly.
But as far as the soy goes, if you get organic soy, it's not really going to be a problem. I'm not telling you what to do because I don't want people to say I'm telling people to eat soy or nothing like that. Like, if you choose to eat soy, that's your choice. If you do choose again, like it should be whole sources, like edamame, that's organic. Tofu's kind of processed, but it's not that bad. It's like $3 for the organic if you were to take that route. The soy milk is optional. I get it's vanilla with no sugar in it.
Do you deal with Beyond Meat?
Beyond Meat? That's like a treat to me. Like that's like a treat to me, honestly.
Okay.
Last time I had that was like a month ago.
Okay.
Yo, what about the Bean Morningstar?
The Morningstar, the bean, they have like bean patties, black bean patties.
No. Definitely avoid any processed food like that because with foods like that, sometimes it's not even vegan. One, because they put like eggs in it. Two, they probably have too much sodium. They use too much oil or something along those lines. It's better you prepare your food.
That's true. That's because they do all that to preserve it.
What about chickpeas in a can?
If you get chickpeas in a can, you should make sure the can is BPA free, and it should be organic. And the sodium, it should be like low sodium, but rinse it off like in a
Okay,
strainer.
I do rinse it off. Because I'm just telling you stuff. I'm kind of asking questions of stuff that I do. I'll be using that chickpeas in the can sometimes because I don't feel like soaking or you know what I mean. You gotta soak it. Sometimes I'll be on some. I want to do it real quick, blend it up, get it seasoned, blend it up, and get my patties ready. I'm ready to go. You feel me? That's how I be.
If you like getting stuff done quick, then you should get an Instapot.
A what?
Instapot.
Then that's gonna help me with the chickpea, the dry one.
Yeah, so if it's dry, I think it cooks like 30, 40 minutes. Even though the can is quicker, you could probably save more money like that. Like you'll save way more money. You know, and if you eat like lentils or something like that, it cooks lentils maybe like 5-6 minutes. That would usually take like an hour maybe. So it's super convenient. And if you want to like a steam type of leafy greens, 1 minute.
Oh wow! You hear that? You hear that, T Dot?
Yeah. So wait, what about the like frozen vegetable packs, like the kale mixed with spinach? What about spinach though too? I hear that's very starchy.
Well, starch is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think spinach has any crazy amounts of starch. There's refined starch, which is starch that you would get from like junk food and stuff like that. Then there's resistant starch, which is actually beneficial for your gut bacteria. You find that like in plantain, banana, certain grains.
Yeah.
So whole foods.
Oh,
So resistant starch is actually good for you.
Yeah, because I think I was reading up on the starch, and some of these vegetables we have starch, and that's how we form like the bananas and the plantains. And when they do go into like certain vitamins, we cannot get that unless it's formed in our body through the bacteria. I think like vitamin K or whatnot. And
Oh, you're talking about K2. I got you. Okay.
yeah, and depending on the right bacteria that's in your stomach, is actually good bacteria that helps fight all these little viruses, and because we do have viruses in us, it's just is it overtaking our normal white blood cells and red blood cells, but we do have like cancerous cells in us, virus cells. It's just our bodies,
don't viruses supposed to be there to straighten out our immune system? Or I'm just guessing.
Say that again.
Aren't viruses kind of like there to strengthen your immune system? Like that's what they're built for, kind of, to a certain degree?
Not necessarily. It's a little bit more complex than that. Viruses is just
Yeah. I know
separate
it's
life
complex than that. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So if you're like over here where I'm in New York, there's cold, dry air, and the viruses like the flu virus and whatever else, they're probably in the upper atmosphere. You're more likely to get sick when the air is cold and dry, or hot and dry. The virus itself is just a life form. Like we don't belong here, so of course we'll be subject to things that wouldn't really be applicable to us naturally, like the flu that's over here. Maybe I don't know if that came from a bird or not, but I know people catch it during around this season when it's cold. A little side topic. That's why it's probably important to get a humidifier if you're in a cold environment. Like if the heat, it makes the air hot and dry, which can make you sick. And the cold, when you're outside, you can't really avoid that. But the air is cold and dry, and that also gets you sick.
That was a good thing you brought up, the humidifier, because I heard about that too. Because that will not the humidifier, because it will moisten the air and make the particles get weight to it, and it can finally hit the ground or something like.
Right. Yeah, and it puts moisture in there, and that's a good thing. You're less than likely to get sick.
That's why
like
you don't
that.
really get too much colds in Florida. One thing though, wearing this mask, like walking from like the bus to work, like train, whatever, in the cold, even I realized that even my less exposure to people and my awareness of hands touching the face and all the weird shit I used to do, not washing my hands, grabbing the railing, and next I'm touching my face. the combination of all this and the mass is realizing, showing that I haven't got like all this runny nose, slight cold, minor cold, borderline cold. Like I used to have like this little like by this time I would have been had that at least once.
Yeah, you know what it is too. Like in the city, you from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just being like in public transportation. Like if you go there, it's like a breeding ground for sickness during the wintertime.
I think y'all both in the same area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I be on the buses.
Where you at? You in the BK, right?
Yeah.
And don't you work at the BK, T-Dot?
No, I work in Columbus Circle.
Okay.
And then I be trapping up to. So I take the train, then I jump on the bus. You know what I'm saying? I'm be packed with all these niggas and shit. Homeless niggas, no masks, all that shit. The whole shit. You got dancers. Niggas come on the train. You got a concert on the train.
Yo, I was on the bus the other day. Niggas start coughing. Everybody head spread all the way. Like, but this shit is serious though, man. You cough one time though, bro.
Niggas, yo, you cough crazy though. You got
everybody's holding their cough in, man. All of America is holding their coughing out in public. Even in the household, you cough in the house? Oh, man.
Yo, Americans gonna stop coughing, my nigga. That's gonna be the new American, nigga. Niggas ain't gonna be coughing like that, nigga.
I remember when it first began, the pandemic first began, if you cough, like, you could potentially get beat up out of it.
Oh, God.
For real,
yo. Dangerous.
You shit was dangerous, though. He ain't lying, though.
What T-Dot was saying when he was saying about touching the red, like now, the paranoia, they got the paranoia at such a high. No, they got it way up here, the paranoia, like touching the railings. Like you'll touch the railings and then you put some hand sanitizer on, and then you touch a bag, you be like, oh man, I gotta put the hand sanitizer because I touched the bag, and in the bag, like they got us all, yo, it's bugged out, man.
I just think it's that hand to face, because that was the problem. Like
hand to face, it doesn't matter. It's like everything is hand sanitizer, touch the doorknob.
But you gotta think about though.
You gotta think about it. It's
some
like
some of these niggas is dirty though. See, it's the world, bro. This is the world, my nigga. These niggas be dirty. These little kids. Oh my god, these little kids be on the floor on the train. I'm like, yo, these niggas is real. The dancers be on the train like this on the floor, nigga. Rubbing this shit up. Come on, Z.
Yo, I remember when
think about it. You like
let the kids into school. When the shit was going on, they were thinking about putting the kid. I'm like, yo, these kids ain't about to follow no rule. They about to be all in each other's face. Some of them are gonna cough in each other's face on purpose. You know,
but look at it. These kids ain't getting sick like that. You know how many times these
kids don't look like they get touched.
Yo, these kids used to be sick like 5, 6, 7 times a year, my nigga. I haven't seen these little niggas coughing like that, Z.
Sometimes it looks like they be gunning for them old folks, man. That's what sometimes I be looking at it sometimes too, man. I do take it like that too.
Yeah, I know. They put a lot of fear on the old folks, yo. They're like, don't come out, yo, at all.
Yeah, older crowd stay put away, really stay put, to be honest.
Yo, honestly, yo, it's a lot of healthy people with great immune systems getting fucking sick too, yo. Like niggas is healthy, and then I don't know. I don't know deep in their lifestyle, but there's a lot of healthy people and young people, yo, getting like some people will get the corona, they'll beat it. Straight.
Is elderberry really good? It's really good for it. Natural being elderberry really strong.
Oh yeah.
Elderberry could boost the immune system, but to be honest, in certain cases, your immune system being strong isn't always a good thing. That could actually work against you.
What you mean by that? That just caught me real quick.
Yeah. So there's like some reason. I really remember it. Like it's more so to do with your lungs and like viral shedding in your lungs. And sometimes the immune system.
My fault, you broke up for a second. What you said?
Like viral shedding in the lungs. Like I read something, but I vaguely remember it.
Uh-huh.
And they were saying how immune system could actually work against you. But it's not always the case. You see little children whose immune systems aren't fully developed yet, they're less than likely to get the coronavirus. Rather than adults with a more developed immune system.
So you're right. That's what I was talking about. They will say people with crazy great immune systems is getting the virus. I'm talking about people that's been doing everything in the world, like wearing the mask, dieting, eating alkaline food, all this shit, and they still getting it.
I'm pretty sure that's a red. Like I'm not saying like people who go by that exercise eat right. I'm not saying they can't get touched, but I'm pretty sure that number is real low. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure because that's like common sense. The stronger the body, the stronger it's gonna fight for you when it comes to anything. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
stronger you keep it, the best you take care of it. You take care of it, it's gonna keep going. The other day, some girl was going in on Tom Brady. She was calling him old. She's like, "Oh, he old." I'm like, "How is he old?" I'm like, "The man is still producing." I said, "At his age, he's still producing. He took care of his body. Now his body's taking care of him. You can't call him old and you can't do what he's doing. Like that doesn't make a bit of sense to me.
Who
Old and you can't do what he's doing.
Who they talking about?
Tom Brady. They call Tom Brady. Oh, you know he's all alkaline. He take care of that body. He take care of that body. You know what I mean? We talk about him right now. That man right there.
That
And-
Tom
and
B.
he's
That Tom
dead.
B, my boy, yo. That Tom B, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you about them Tom B's, my nigga.
Nah, he's doing his thing, man. But he's also showing you taking care of the body. If you take care of your body take care of you.
Yeah. LeBron shows that. You don't
LeBron
see
shows
He
that.
does not go on the bench like that. You don't see him injured like that. He works through the injury. He works very strong. He be beating himself up in the gym so he don't get hurt out there.
Did you know Tom Brady was alkaline, natural being?
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's alkaline. He's alkaline. That man watches everything that goes into his body, and he's playing at 43 years old at a high top level.
Yeah, he must eat a lot. Must eat a lot because the plant foods is like less dense in terms of calories, so he must eat a lot to be
You have to eat a
performing
lot?
at that level. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Nah, that's a fact. He has to eat a lot, yo.
They have a bodybuilder, a vegan bodybuilder. You know about that, right?
yeah, definitely. Some of the people I follow on YouTube, they're like bodybuilders as well and stuff like that. So that's not out of the ordinary for a vegan.
And they just got to eat a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of pack it down, but sometimes it's not always the healthiest way. Like,
Yeah, because I think a lot
oil
of
itself is like, yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the there's a lot of water in the veggies and the fruits, and when they do intake a lot of that, they are intaking a lot of liquid as well. So, you know, like they might binge on a salad, like they're hungry, they might eat a whole mixed salad and everything with everything they need on it, but that's also a lot of water retained on it. So they gotta let even like there's this lady I work with. She can't eat too much fruits. She can't. She has like, sugar issues. She's not diabetic, but her sugar just very sensitive to how much fruit she eat, and so she got to be very like she'll eat like a Newton bar. She'll take a piece. Like who wants the rest? You know what I mean? But she does love fruit. She eat as much as she can. You know what I'm saying? But when you like people when people bodybuild, they want to retain the calories, and most of this food that we eat, the fruits, the vegetables, they retain a lot of water in there. I think they're like 40%, 50% water in a lot of these apples, and so you are getting your electrolytes, but you don't want to you don't want to overdo it because your body still has to work through those sugars and work through all that stuff. So, sweetness, like I know when I go and I overdo it with the fruits. You know what I mean? Like I'll get like a whole bunch of clementines and apples, and they're all great. But sometimes I'll eat too much of that. Like I'll be like have like 8 clementines today and fucking like 3-4 apples. Yeah, like yo, that's a little bit much, yo. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good thing actually. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the citrus fruit's probably not good for your teeth over time. Like they erode your teeth.
Mm.
Oh,
But the amount
okay.
of fiber that you're eating is great because you're feeding your gut bacteria like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
So if you eating that much fruits, that's actually a really good thing.
Yo, what's up with the mushroom though? The portobello, the baby ones, and you ever deal with those?
Yeah, often.
Often. Huh?
Yeah, they're really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I tried to fry it one
Tom
time.
B.
I tried to fry
Tom
it.
B,
With
he has a cookbook. He has
word?
2 cookbooks. Yes, I got one.
Look at that.
I got one. I just don't have the other one. I don't have the second. I don't have the CMOS one, but I have the first one.
Let me get a pen. Hold on.
Yeah, he got a cookbook, man.
Yeah, because I tried to fry the I used like coconut.
Natural Bean. Next time I come to New York, man, I gotta get with you, man.
I'm here, brother.
Yeah, I gotta get with you, man. I've been knowing you for some years now on here, to be honest.
Yeah, I gotta write a reminder so next time I see you, talk to you, see I can get your information. But yo, I didn't have a good time one day, man, with that freaking mushroom, man. It came out good and all, but I was in the kitchen forever, man. Like, damn,
Man, I made a chickpeas mushroom. I made a chickpeas with mushroom blend, onions, green peppers, red peppers, well seasoned burgers, man. Yo,
Nah, I seen them burgers you was making, Z.
yo, yeah. Chef Boyard Z, baby.
She was
Yo.
like, he had like this much kale and Roman lettuce, and the patty was like this thin, yo. Dead ass, yo. That shit
Yo,
was
the flavor, yo, listen.
But that shit was good though.
The flavor, the sandwiches be on point. And you see, I had that little tortilla, the little Mexican bread, the flat bread, baby. Yo, what's up with that bread? Is that bread good? I'm Natural Bean. I'm eating the Spanish flat bread, that flat with that one. I love it.
It depends what's in it. So if you have like whole wheat and there's not like much chemicals in it to preserve it, then I will go for it. But if it's like corn, or if it's corn or like white flour or something like that, that's what you call a processed carb.
Okay.
And processed carbs, they're gonna affect your blood pretty much the same way as drinking a can of soda does.
Okay.
Because it's gonna spike your blood sugar. So if you want to eat it with a bread, make sure it's a whole bread.
If I drink soda, it's out of a craving. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I drink soda, but it's cravings. It's like once in a blue moon, I'll see it and I'm like, fuck that, and I'll just go for it. You know what I mean? But it's like once every, I'll say 2 months, some crazy junk like that. You know, but it's not. It's rare that I drink soda. I took a lot away from I gave my body a big break. I took meat away, cigarettes, alcohol, soda, milk, cheese. I took all that away. You know what I mean? So I took a big load off my body when it comes to what I'm putting in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Those are big loads. I know for a fact those are big loads. Like, my body was like, thank you. Damn. I know my body was like,
I
thank
think you potentially saved your life in that process.
Oh man, my body told me. I could tell from where my body was talking to me. Like, yo, thanks, man. Like, good looking, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. When I was smoking cigarettes, right, my joints used to hurt, and now I can bend my. You see how I bend my fingers?
Yeah. Wow.
I couldn't do that before. When I was smoking cigarettes, I couldn't do that. I crack my knuckles now. When I was smoking cigarettes, I couldn't crack my knuckles.
It's probably inflamed, right?
I could not crack my knuckles when I was smoking cigarettes. And I was in my 30s. I stopped.
Yeah, that's probably inflammation, bro.
Yeah, with inflammation. Nah, I don't got none of that. This one is gone. I cracked my knuckles.
Yeah, when I hear about like joint issue, because I don't mean to put you out there, but my cousin and shit, our little cousin Z, you know, I be getting that gout and shit.
Yeah. You don't have to say no name. Go ahead.
That shit seems fucking crazy because like he's young and I'm like,
He's 25 years old. He's 25.
Yeah, yo, the food's being held in is crystallized and basically in his joints. And I'm like, how's this happening to this kid like this? Like already, like this thing's 25 years old. Foot can't even come to the chill with niggas. Foot fucking fat can't.
Yeah, I don't have no joint. My knees don't hurt. If my back hurt, it's because I was doing something with my back. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you know what I'm saying? I slowed down, of course, as I got older. I slowed down from my younger self, of course, but I'm moving, man. You already know how I move, T-Dot.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we did a great show. I gotta close it up. We did a real great show. I really appreciate the love. We'll be back next
Appreciate
week.
you for having me.
Yo, no doubt, no doubt. Yo, we gotta do it again, Natural Being. You know how we gotta do it again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Watching. We'll be back. I'll be back next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. We're in the world, folks. Thank you.
Peace, bro.
All right, peace.
Well, the thing.